Welcome to Season 3 of Rush of Fear podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Orlando's premier scare event. Tonight, for Episode 6, since we haven't gotten any more HHN announcements yet, we will be trying our hand at HHN April Absurdity, which is our take on March Madness, but in April. So now, let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Rush of Fear. I am your host for tonight, Kenneth, and joining me, as per usual, we've got our co-hosts, Michelle.
Hi.
And Maddy.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. I love when we're all together. It's so nice.
I know.
It's so nice.
It was really weird last time when I was not able to make it to the recording, and I got to listen to the show. Like
girl power.
For like a listener for the first time. I was like, I've never heard what they're saying.
Yeah. I hope we did okay.
Oh, yeah, it was great. It was good.
Yeah. Lee messaged me and he was like, it's an all girls episode. And I was like, heck yeah, all girls episode. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, we can do it. Shoot.
How are both of you?
We did just fine.
Oh, yeah, you did great. How are you both doing?
Good. I got to meet up with Maddy last week at, where were we? Universal.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I went to 3 parks. I went to Universal one day, Epcot one day, and Typhoon Lagoon one day. So,
Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah, yes, I've never been there before, so.
Neither have I. Not that I remember.
I gave it a shot.
Really?
I think I went as a baby, and I don't remember.
Oh, I love the Disney water parks. They're so much fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was quite busy.
Yeah, that makes sense. Spring break. We are still actively in spring break here. I need it to end. As a theme park employee, I need it to end. I need it to go. Now that Easter is over, I think most of the crowds this week are going to die down a lot.
Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Easter with it's still being spring break was just a lot.
It was.
But I'm hoping that this is to the end and people are going back home to do their end of the school year stuff and things start to die down.
Just to give you an idea, Kenneth, of the crowds.
Mm-hmm.
So Krista and I got to Universal around 9. We went to Islands first. No, not 9. Noon, I meant to say. And from noon to almost 10 p.m., which was when we left, we rode a total of 4 rides.
Oh my God.
Woo-hoo!
Which ones?
We did Cat in the Hat, and then we did Hagrid's, which surprisingly was only like an hour and a half wait.
Okay.
And then we did the Hogwarts Express over to Studios because all the other rides at Islands were just outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over to Studios, had lunch, met up with Maddy, tried to ride Mummy.
Yeah.
And we were literally at the loading area and the ride broke down. So they gave us passes to come back.
That happened to me. That happened to me on actual Mardi Gras on Fat Tuesday. So I still have my one-time express card that I haven't used yet. I have until June 1st to use it. So I need to figure out when I can go.
Well, we went and watched the Mardi Gras parade, and then we went back to Mummy after that and rode, and that was that. 4 rides in 10 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was packed. It was so packed.
It was.
Yeah. Wait times were insane. And I was even while we were there at Universal, I was even checking times at Disney and nothing was under 45 minutes at Disney. So it was just a busy week.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, the day that we had at Epcot, there were a few things that weren't too bad. Like Figment, I never really saw it get above 20 minutes, which wasn't bad. Nemo was always around 15. So all in all, we still had a really good time, but definitely not highly recommended time of the year to go when Easter coincides with spring break for sure.
Yeah.
And it was toasty. You were here during a really hot week and now it's beautiful. This week and next week are expected to be in the high 70s, low 60s.
Yeah.
And raining. But Yeah.
I spent a lot of today just sitting on my balcony just because I was like, it's so nice out. And I don't, I was not able to meet up with you in the park because I got into a car accident on my way to the,
I know.
my way to the park.
Poor thing.
So I'm kind of just stranded at home. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to at least enjoy the nice weather outside and sit on the balcony and, have a coffee and enjoy the nice breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm kind of glad that we had hot weather when I was there because we did do the pool and we did the water park day. So I was,
That's fair.
Yeah, I welcomed the heat in a bathing suit for sure. But
That's fair.
Yeah,
I was at my
fun.
parents' house down in West Palm this weekend for Easter, and it rained from the time I got there to literally the time I left. Like, I was driving through rain to get back to Orlando. So South Florida for Easter weekend was not the place to be weather-wise, but I'm happy that it was nice here in Orlando this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. So now that we were all caught up, time to get to business. So what we're doing here is everyone had their March Madness. College basketball had their fun. They had their chance to shine. Congratulations to whoever won. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's true.
So, but now it's April. And so we are here to do our own bracket of Halloween Horror Nights houses and what we are calling April Absurdity. And you better believe I went on thesaurus.com and looked up synonyms for madness. And absurdity was the first one, and I said, it's perfect. April Absurdity.
Yes.
Here we go. Mm-hmm. So I have made a list of houses from 2017 and onward, so that these are all houses that we have all had the opportunity to go through. Right? Because Michelle, your first year was 2015, is that right?
Mine, 25.
Okay, so we're going to start from 27 onward because that way Maddy has done all of these as well.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Because honestly, if we had all of HHN, if we had like more years, it would have been much harder to choose which houses to include. It was already hard enough. So I've chosen 8 originals and 8 IPs from 2017 to 2022.
All right.
And these are just selections that I made, houses that I know are beloved, houses that were standouts looking at the lineup, houses that felt important to the history of HHN, or houses that I just know that we all really liked.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we've picked here. These are some of my favorites. These are some crowd favorites. These are some of our favorites. And they were randomly paired. So we've got 8 originals, 8 IPs, but they have been randomly paired up in this bracket system that I found. And so we're just going to do verses on these houses, and then we will each vote on who wins the pairing. And since there's 3 of us, there will never be a tie. So we can always know that one of these is going to win.
Okay.
And then, the winning house will advance to the next round, and we'll go on from there. So we're starting with 16 houses, and eventually we will have one winner of this April Absurdity bracket.
Yeah.
So neither of you know what houses I've chosen. I'm the only one who knows who the full lineup.
This is so exciting.
Right? This is kind of cool.
I'm gonna take the guess and say that Coven is not on there. That's just a wild guess.
I don't know.
I mean,
I guess we'll find out.
There's one way to find out. Yeah.
Yeah. This is so exciting. And we thought about doing the full 32 because that's how actual March Madness works. But I think this episode would probably be about 2 hours long. And we don't want to put y'all through that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, feel free to discuss, to weigh the options here. It looks like there's only maybe... No, there's half of these pairings that are original versus IP, and then half of them are original versus original or IP versus IP. So
maybe if people really, really like this and we still don't have a lot of announcements in May, we can do May Mayhem and do streets.
Yeah.
Instead of houses.
Yeah. I like that.
Let us know if you want Maddy. That. Thank you.
So smart.
May Mayhem is great.
May Mayhem.
All right. So anyway, here we go. Are you ready for the first pairing?
I I'm so excited. Drum roll. All
right.
Okay.
Maddy, you should find some like sports music to put underneath some of this.
Ooh.
I was thinking either like, what's the NFL theme for NFL on NBC or something like that, you know?
Oh my gosh. Wait,
or like the NBA, the I know that more from an SNL sketch than from the actual NBA, but anyway.
I was about to say I'm impressed by all of the sports music that you guys know.
Also, Michael Jordan's like walkout music, the you know what I mean? Welcome, one and all, to April Absurdity. All right.
We can only have about 30 seconds of that legally, or then we'll be cut off.
Okay, you're fair. All right. Well,
I think it's 15 seconds, but yeah.
I think that's only if we're trying to make money. We're not making money here, so it's okay.
That's true.
I put
not yet, at least.
Yeah, that's true. I put whole songs in Dream Jerks episodes, but since we don't have ads on there, I don't think anybody cares. But anyway, here we go. First pairing. Okay. And this is a doozy, so it's already going to be tough right here.
Starting strong.
First match. We've got Graveyard Games versus Puppet Theater Captive Audience.
Oh my God, Kenneth!
That's the first one? Oh my God.
It's the first match. And honestly, this could have been a final two, but one of these will be eliminated after the first round.
Oh my God.
No. This is tragic.
Yeah, I know. So
what do we just pick one?
I mean, you can think out loud if you'd like, but yes, ultimately you're going to pick one of these to advance.
Dang.
All right. So Graveyard Games, very cool. Had that like sound tunnel that was amazing.
Yeah.
True. Good memories going through Graveyard Games too. We went through that with Julie Zimmerman.
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't there for that. I
know. I wish you were. That would have been so fun.
She was so like not fazed by any of the scares.
No.
I was so impressed.
She was pointing them out to us, and we were like, Julie, we've been through the house before. You haven't. How do you know?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All of like the children, the dolls and stuff towards the end. Creepy.
That was a good room.
I mean,
just the whole cemetery aspect of it, because we don't, for some reason, we don't often get houses or even scare zones until these past years that are actual like cemeteries.
Right.
So that is always super fun. And it had a really good storyline with the two kids, and you saw the two kids like, all squished up at the end. And
yeah. I mean, here, I'll full disclosure, when I was trying to pick houses out of the entire history of HHN before I decided I need to narrow this down, Graveyard Games was like the first one I wrote down because it truly might be my favorite house ever. It was like one of the first two that I picked. So it's Puppet Theater. I mean, was fantastic.
Yeah.
But to me, Graveyard Games is it has no peers. It is.
I don't know. I loved Puppet Theater though.
I did too.
Yeah, I know you both did.
I know. I was such a lover of the puppet. I was so gung ho for that from start to finish.
From announcement.
Yeah.
I think the only thing, and I fully stand by the COVID procedures and precautions that they put in place, but I will say the one thing that took away from Puppet Theater was like the plexiglass, just because I think without the plexiglass, like the scares would have been so much more over the top for the theme.
Yeah. I don't
remember there being plexiglass.
Yeah.
There was in some spots, I think.
Most of the scares, though, were far enough away from the conga line that they didn't need it. But there were still some that had it.
So the three things about puppet theater I remember the most are the scare in the mirror.
Yeah, I just
towards the
remembered
beginning,
that.
like the makeup mirror. So freaking good.
Yeah.
I loved the one that jumped out from the clothes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one was so
that
good.
almost knocked me
So
down
good.
the first time.
And then like the people that were up on the opera balcony up there.
The balcony scare, the woman in the big
Yes.
dress. But also tiny man with the beard puppet.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
so good.
That was good.
And it was so detailed, like the wardrobe. I mean, all that whole room, all of it was so full of so much detail. It was
but
so cool.
so was Graveyard
Yeah,
Games.
because let me remind you of some things that were in Graveyard Games, because we had that one hallway that you were walking down, and then as you walked down, the lights went out like as they were following you, and then when you got to the end, you got attacked on both sides.
Oh yeah.
You had the grinners, those like creepy smiling masks.
Yeah.
We had that black light room with all the kids holding hands, and some of them were real and some of them weren't. Again, you already said the pitch black like sound tunnel, whatever that thing was. Like there is some. I've complained in the past about houses where I said the timing was just never worked out to where I had a good experience. And somehow in all of the walks of Graveyard Games I did, which I think it was in the 30s, even if the timing didn't work out where I got targeted on the scares, I always at least saw everything happen.
Yeah.
So like, I just felt like that house was so tightly and perfectly designed to where everyone's going to see everything that happens, even if it doesn't happen to you. And that's my number one complaint on houses, is when you walk through a room and you're like, what was supposed to happen there? I didn't see it, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Graveyard Games felt like it didn't leave it up to the performers as much, where like the rooms were kind of on timers so that everybody had the chance to see what was happening. And that's huge for me. Puppet theater was amazing. And yeah, like that mirror scare is like Hall of Fame, one of the all-time best scares that I've ever.
And the facade of puppet theater too was so great.
Yeah, but I know how my vote is going.
Okay.
Are we?
I think
there
I
was
know mine
also
too.
a really good statue scare in Graveyard Games too.
Oh yeah. And that final scare of the hand coming out from the wall underneath the statue of like the main spirit lady, I think.
The mother.
The mother, yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm very sure of my answer, so you guys do yours first.
Okay.
Kenneth, you first.
I vote Graveyard Games.
Okay. Michelle?
Are you sure of your answer, Maddy?
I'm sure of my answer.
I'm 100% sure of my answer.
Okay, you go first.
All right. I'm puppet theater.
Dang. I'm Graveyard Games.
I really thought Graveyard Games was going to be cut after this round with the two of you.
I know.
That surprised me.
Yeah, I know. With all puppet theater will always be like it. That was the number one for me that year. I think overall though, I have like 1 to 2 other tops, and this is one of them. So yeah, I just have so many good memories with Graveyard Games, and I felt like it was one of the only houses within more recent years that like every time I walked through it, there were always scare actors. Like they always staffed that house. Like it was a priority in staffing. And I think it was just because it was so beloved.
It was so scary. Like it was truly horrifying in like all the best ways. And it was beautiful.
Yeah. Graveyard Games.
All right.
Boo.
I know. I'm sorry. Puppet theater is always in my heart, forever and always. It won
Puppet
that
theater
year
is
for
one
me.
of the first ones that I took my family into. Well, my family meaning Krissa and Nancy.
Oh, that's fair.
That one and Wicked Growth were like our first two. So
Wicked Growth. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be the hardest thing I will ever do.
All right. Are we ready for round 2? Or not round 2, but match 2. All right.
Match 2.
I think this one's not going to be as difficult, but let's see. So this is Dead Man's Pier, Winter's Wake versus Ghostbusters.
Oh, that's easy.
What?
Oh no.
Oh no.
These are all of my favorites.
Oh no, this one's easy for me.
Yeah, I mean, I loved the Ghostbusters house. I thought that it captured the movie very well. However, in the grand scheme of Halloween Horror Nights houses, I don't think that it's one that's going to go down in history.
No.
Lee's going to kick our butt.
They did a great job with what. With doing what they set out to do. Like, I don't think that you could have had a better Ghostbusters house, but
it was a great house, but content wise, it just wasn't scary.
Right.
Which not every house always has to be scary, but when comparing it to Dead Man's, that's
Dead Man's Pier was jaw-droppingly incredible from start to finish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full of surprises, full of, just like, oh my God, how are they doing that? How did they fit all of this in here?
Yes.
There are a million boats in this house.
Giant boats too. Like, what?
Where are they now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, Dead Man's Pier for sure for me.
Dead Man's Pier. We love you, Ghostbusters. We do.
Yeah.
But Dead Man's
Pier. Forever
Pier.
in our hearts. I feel like I'm like picking my favorite children. That's how this feels.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Ready? Match number 3. We have The Weekend After Hours Nightmare versus HHN Icons Captured.
Icons done. I loved the Weekend house, and we did it so many times, and once again, so many good memories, and it was just fantastic. But Icons cannot be topped.
Yeah,
that was just
Icons. That going through that house the first time. Also, I haven't really looked at these pairings that much, so like I'm even kind of surprised by like the matchups. I know which houses are on the lists, but the matchups, I'm like, oh my God. Icons Captured, I walked through there and it felt like walking through a greatest hits album of your favorite band to me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I didn't know that I knew I loved HHN, but I think that house kind of taught me the extent to which that's true, which is more than I realized. Like, whoa, I'm really attached to this stuff, huh? Okay. Like, I love this. This is incredible.
And for me, on the other hand, like complete opposite, because I had never seen any of the Icons before in person.
Me too.
So I had always, I'd watched all the videos and like the Travel Channel stuff. And like, I know these characters and they feel like home, but to finally see them in person was just such a like satisfying thing for me.
Yeah. I feel the same way for sure. Because I didn't get to see a lot of them either in their original days. So like finally meeting the caretaker, finally meeting the usher, like that stuff was super, super cool. And then the way they did the end where one of them always reigned supreme, was so cool. And when it was
like collecting the Infinity Stones, like you did that house over and over and over again to see if you could get all of them, but also just to cheer on whichever one was in there because they're all fantastic.
Yeah.
Dude, and the time that the usher won and we all screamed and he told us to be quiet, I was like, that was so cool. But then there's The Weekend, which was so fabulous, so much better than I ever thought it would be, and this made me a fan of the music. So hey, Weekend, your investment worked, but I can't beat Icons.
Like, dang it, I forgot everything I was going to say. The Weekend was really interesting, and like it was one that everyone I think was kind of like going into it kind of the way everyone went into seeing Super Mario Brothers movie with Chris Pratt and being like, all right, how's it going to go? Is this going to work? Like, I don't know. And then in both cases we found out, wow, that really worked. So The Weekend was, really fun and cool, but Icons Captured is,
it's classic. And there are some times where like, there's a TikTok trend going on right now where it's like, Raven from That's So Raven when she gets a vision and it like super zooms into her eye and it like shows the vision. And it's people putting that thing from That's So Raven to like a picture or a video of stuff that they love or things that they think about all the time. And for me, that moment is walking into that house with that music, and the music being beat for beat with what's on like the little screen behind the vines. I love when people put like very beat for beat audio with some sort of visual where, you know, they're punching on the beat or they're shooting a gun on the beat. So that is just always in my mind. Like that's my dissociating thing that happens is I just picture the entrance of that house and that music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it gives me the chills.
Yeah.
So that was unanimous in favor of icons captured, right?
Yes.
Icons captured.
All right.
We had some great moments in the weekend, but icons captured.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the bus scare, whatever that was.
The bus. And the giant, the frog that got both you and me, Kenneth.
Frogman. Got him. All right. Now, pairing number 4. We've got Case Files Unearthed, Legendary Truth.
Oh, man.
Versus Stranger Things from 2018, The First House.
Oh, no.
Not Stranger Things 2 that featured seasons 2 and 3, but the original Stranger Things Haunted House.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. See, okay. This is hard. This is hard because I hate to be that person, but they did not give a lot of love to Case Files. The staffing towards the end really was hard.
Yeah.
And it makes me so sad, but I love Case Files and I love bringing in the history of HHN and finally giving us Boris Schuster. And I want more of Case Files. But Stranger Things, that was a big moment for us in HHN history too.
It was.
So.
It was.
And that was one that, you know, if you want to see like what's the perfect way to adapt a TV show that's honestly not really all that scary as much as it is just like eerie and like tense. But man, they really, really translated it so effectively as a haunted house.
They did.
Yeah.
Like they just took every moment that makes sense in a house and they said, okay, well then that's all what we have to do. And like everything you wanted to see, every moment you wanted to experience was all there. Like they just it was everything. It was everything.
And the stinger Demogorgon was just, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
It was so good. And I've never they weren't, like you said, Kenneth, it wasn't super scary. There weren't a lot of like really scary elements in there, but the dang like jump scares from these, it look like children. I've since learned that they don't hire children. However, they looked like children.
Yeah.
They weren't even doing anything. They would just like jump out of these weird places that you weren't expecting and like make me jump. And like the floating white stuff in the that's supposed to be in the upside down, like that felt very real to me, in so much that it like affected my asthma. I really felt like I couldn't breathe in the upside down.
It was Snope.
Yeah, I mean the Demogorgons were so well done, and some of the special effects, like 11, in the classroom. Yeah, shooting the Demogorgon up against the wall, like that stuff. It was very, very well translated. Like, you said,
also
Kenneth.
Just walking straight through the Byers' house and the scene in the Byers. You walk through the Byers' house a couple of different times because the first time is all the lights are going off and Joyce is axing into the wall after just seeing the Demogorgon,
and the alphabets on the wall.
Yeah, and then you go into the house again when Nancy and oh my God, what's the brother's name?
Jonathan
and Steve are like shooting the Demogorgons after they've like rigged the house, and it was
good.
Walking through a movie set, which since then they have done multiple other times and they nail it, but this was like the first one. I mean, for me,
really,
for you.
Yeah.
I was going to say this.
Case
me.
Files didn't hit home with me as much as it probably did you, Kenneth, just because I don't have that history there. I didn't understand what they were trying to do. Although it was still a cool house and like the speakeasy vibe and
the Kitty Cat Club. Remember that?
Yeah.
God.
Like I loved the Kitty Cat Club and that live singer that was there. Super cool.
The thing with Boris Schuster and all of that is that there isn't a lot of history with that character specifically. You know, like he's a character that's been in the backstories of icons and stuff, but we'd never seen him before, and we had never really known a lot about his other adventures other than that he started Legendary Truth, and he was I think he was investigating Bloody Mary as like his origin story. He's part of the Bloody Mary backstory.
Yeah.
So like that house was not full of like callbacks to things that we already knew about him. These were new adventures starring this character that is like deep cut Horror Nights nerds know who he is, and like the casual Horror Nights fan even has no idea that this is related to anything. The vibes of that house as designed, right? Because yes, Maddy was right. By the end of the run, it was so bare bones in that house. Like you would walk through and just be like, there's nobody in here. And that's not the house's fault. You know, I feel like we have to go based on how the house was when it opened, when we saw everything that was supposed to be there, firing on all cylinders. That house was unbelievable. Mostly just for like the vibes. You know what I mean? Like it was like, this is just a comforting, like fun, unique setting for a Horror Nights house to be that's like very unlike anything that I had ever experienced before. And I kind of was looking at this pairing going into it thinking it was going to be an easy choice, but the more I think about Case Files, the more I'm like, that really was a very special house. And now I'm on the fence again.
Uh-oh, not the fence.
What do you think, Maddy?
I have my answer.
Okay, Michelle, do you know?
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
The two of you go because maybe my vote doesn't even matter.
Okay. I'm Stranger Things.
Yeah, I'm Stranger Things too.
All right. Well, then, as in a symbolic act, I will vote for Case Files, but Stranger Things wins.
Fair.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be hard for me to beat anyway. I'm a Stranger Things fanatic, so
yeah,
that's fair.
I mean, me too. But Case Files was really cool. All right, but Stranger Things takes it, and so moving on to match number 5. I think this one's going to be another landslide, kind of like The Weeknd and Icons. So here we have The Wicked Growth, Realm of the Pumpkin, versus Trick or Treat.
Ooh. Ah.
These are the two most classically Halloween houses that ever could have been paired up.
You put pumpkin against pumpkin. How dare you?
The Pumpkin Lord versus Sam, the spirit of Halloween itself.
Oh my God.
What an interesting matchup. Wow, I like that, how that worked out.
Yeah.
This is so divisive. This feels cruel. Cruel and unusual punishment. Oh my God.
Wicked Growth is, I think, like peak original IP, or not original IP, but original HHN house.
It is.
You've got, I mean, that one skeleton that put his head through the fence by itself, honestly, that one scare could win this whole bracket for me. Like,
yeah. Between that and another statue scare, but the statue scare of the like death with the scythe, and then the bridge over fake water, and then the pumpkin lord at the end,
like a bridge over,
and walking through the pumpkin guts.
Yeah, walking through pumpkin guts.
And the beautiful entryway with all of the pumpkins that created Lil Boo.
Lil Boo, this is Lil Boo's home.
Oh my God, Lil Boo!
Like two major HHN phenomena came out of this house.
Hold on, this pairing is Lil Boo's actual origin versus Lil Boo's like mainstream breakout.
Yeah.
Because he was created for the Trick or Treat scare zone, to be fair, but I'm sure that he was in the house as well. But he was created for the Trick or Treat Scare Zone in 2017. And then he became a star in Wicked Grove.
He did. Oh my God. They need to put a star of him on the Hollywood Boulevard in Universal
Oh
Studios.
my gosh, yes.
Next to Lucille Ball.
I did like the Trick or Treat house better than I liked the Trick or Treat Scare Zone.
Oh, by far.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the Zona a little better, I think.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I just love the Trick or Treat movie, so I liked being able to walk through scenes that I know like very, very well. And like the bus, I loved where you saw like the bus and then you saw the bus on the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, that was really
And
cool.
I
They divided it up like that.
Yeah, and I like going through the old man's house and seeing Sam like attacking the old man.
Yeah.
And I like the scare in the principal's basement, and I loved the scare in front of, you're like walking past the house where she put up those the ghosts on like the big crosses out front, and then she's up there with the lollipop, and then Sam pops out, and oh my gosh, and the American Werewolf wolf in the room with the
when the werewolf girls.
Werewolves. Oh my God. And all the Sams.
And all the Sams.
Yeah, no, it was a good house. It was a good house. I struggled to remember parts of it, but you kind of just took me down memory lane describing all those parts of it. It was pretty cool. I liked that one scare where like Sam was at the top of the stairs and then he would appear at the bottom.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I think I have my answer though.
Michelle, what do you think, Michelle? You've been quiet.
Because I'm trying really hard to remember all that stuff that Maddy just told me about in that house. And I'm thinking that this must have still been, what year was that? Remind me.
2018?
Yes. Because the Scare Zone was 2017, my first year.
Okay. So I guess that was like still on the verge of me trying to open my eyes during houses. So I must have closed my eyes a lot during that house because I really don't remember a lot of that stuff.
I loved that house.
But I do love the movie. I do love the IP itself. I love Sam. He's super cute for a creepy little dude. But I think I have my answer.
Yeah.
I have mine.
Yeah.
It's the Wicked Growth for me.
Maddy, what's yours?
Father, Son, and Little Boo. Wicked Grove.
So blasphemous.
Easter's over.
Yeah, Easter's over and I'm gay, so it doesn't really matter.
There we go. So landslide. Yep, Wicked Growth.
All right.
Yes,
All right.
Little Boo.
Lil Boo wins our hearts and this competition. Okay, here we go. This is IP versus IP.
Ooh.
All right, without further ado, Poltergeist versus Beetlejuice.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Beetlejuice. Super fun house.
Yeah, very fun.
It did have a lot of problems. Like, I know, Kenneth, you said that we shouldn't consider that, but I never.
I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you to decide.
Well, I never went through Beetlejuice once where it was even remotely half staffed, let alone fully staffed. And I know that's sad, but I never saw it at its potential, at its fullest potential.
Yeah. I sometimes forget, Michelle, that you don't get to go through these as many times as Maddy and I do.
Yes, it's so sad. Thank you for rubbing that in.
Well, no, it's just that, I was like, really? You never did? No, that's because you only had like 2 weekends, probably. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, but remember, when I do go, I have Express and or an RIP. So I do get to go through them multiple times in one night. But
right. But the problems that exist on one night are going to keep existing on that one night.
Keep existing. That's true. That is true.
Whereas, maybe that was the only night where it was as bad as it was.
Well, I know sometimes you might get a bad run through because it's a cast change or something like that.
Yeah,
but
true.
No, the times that I went through, I never saw it fully staffed. I know the movie, so I know it was supposed to happen. And I think it probably had potential to be a great, great house. I just unfortunately never got to see it.
Yeah.
So sad.
It was one that I felt that it was less a haunted house and more just like a walkthrough experience of like seeing the movie, kind of like how Ghostbusters was.
Yeah.
It was more of like a walking dark ride than it was a haunted house. And you know, like Beetlejuice is fun. I like the movie fine. I don't love it. I think the way a lot of people do. I think it's like a perfectly great movie. And actually, I don't really have any attachment to either of these movies, Poltergeist or Beetlejuice. But the Poltergeist,
I don't either.
Poltergeist house blew me away in a way I never could have anticipated. I think at the time that was a tough year where, like, usually in most years, if you ask me what my favorite house was, I'll have to split that answer up into what was my favorite and what is the best. And that year, it was a split up like that, where my favorite house was a different house that is also coming up. And then I thought the best house was Poltergeist. I really loved this house a lot. It just did so many unexpected things and so many creative things. I loved it.
Being able to walk through like the end of the movie, but the end of the movie in such a way where just right off the bat, you were getting really great scares with like going under the house in the swimming pool and like you were being rained on and it smelled like soil and you could
literally walk past a real coffin like right next to you.
Yeah. Like all of that whole first part of the house was like underneath the house and like in the soil with all of the bones and the skeletons and the coffins and all that. And it had everything. It hit all the major points from the movie while also still like, even though this house was an IP house, it still at some points felt like an original because they put in so much extra. Like you were walking through, it's not called the Upside Down. What is it called in this movie?
I don't know.
The Further? No,
that's Insidious.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called, but I know what you mean. Like you go into the light and you are in whatever that is.
Yeah, but it hit everything. You had the steak crawling on the counter and you had the guy with the melting face and you had the tree coming through the window.
Yeah,
and
the clowns. The clowns attacking and that white skeletal like spirit thingy, you know what I mean?
Yes.
That was Skinwalkers, I think, in the house. That was really cool. Yep. Like, that house, it took what the movie had to work with, I watched the movie for the first time at a like Horror Nights prep, like, you know, double feature. I think we watched Poltergeist and Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and I had never seen the movie before. And like driving home, I was talking, and I was like, what are they going to even put in the house? Like, what is the house going to be? Because like, there's only maybe like 3 things I can think of that would make sense. And everything else is just going to have to be like interpretation. And that's kind of what they did. Like they took an IP and they said, well, we're going to have to approach this almost more as an original, taking like imagery from the movie, but like presenting it in a way that isn't how it is in the movie, because it's just, it has to be, you know? Beetlejuice did a really good job presenting things from the movie, and presenting those moments, but they didn't make them scary. You know, it was just like, here's the thing you recognize, and it's like a spooky movie, and it's got a spooky vibe, but like, it's not scary. And again, that's not necessarily a bad thing, depending on what you're going for. But Poltergeist took a movie that's also really not very scary, and they made it a terrifying house by adding so much to it.
That's true.
In my opinion.
I have my answer.
Yep, me too.
Me too. Maddy, go ahead. You were very resolute.
Poltergeist.
Michelle?
Poltergeist.
And Poltergeist sweeps it.
All right.
I every time I think about that house, I'm just like, how did they do that? That was masterpiece.
It was so good.
All right, here we go. Oh, and these are 2 houses that actually occupied the same space 1 year after the other, I think.
Ooh.
We're looking at 2019's Universal Monsters.
Oh my God.
So the one that started this trend that we are currently in, the original.
Oh no.
I had to choose one of them, and I decided to go with the one that started it.
Okay.
So, Universal Monsters from 2019 versus The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh.
Oh no.
This is tough. This is a tough one.
This is really hard.
Ooh. The Haunting of Hill House was very creepy, very good. That show is
So good.
yeah, so good and so like upsetting in all the best ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was creepy.
And we went through that house together for the very first time.
We did.
Oh, that was the opening night that we were all three there together, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. And we
How
had Express.
Fun. That was great.
And you and I got so scared walking right into that house. It was great.
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
that was really good.
That was a good day. Even though it rained the entire
my
time.
God.
That's right.
It did.
Yeah. Go back and listen to our opening night episode for Halloween Horror Nights no, that was 30? That was 30.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
HHN 30.
30.1, I guess.
No. It was HHN 30. HHN Light doesn't count as a number.
True.
It was 30, 20, 21. Go back and listen to our opening night report. But anyway, Haunting of Hill House versus
You can hear all the rain the whole time.
Monsters versus Hill House.
Ooh.
Let's remember Monsters and the greatest hits house that it was.
Had so many monsters.
Yeah.
It started this whole trend of the Universal Monsters being in the forefront of HHN. And like, I hope that they continue with it. It seems like they are with, everything we've gotten so far since this first house in 2019. But like, I really hope that they continue with it for as long as they can. Because these have been some of the best houses of each year. I mean, Bride of Frankenstein, Mummy versus the Wolfman last year with Dracula.
Yeah.
And the one this year potentially that we may be getting, which was Phantom and who was the other one? It was Phantom of the Opera. Oh, yeah.
Was it Dracula again?
Wasn't it?
So
Maybe. I'm not really sure. The Universal Monsters houses at Horror Nights from 2019 to present are doing what the Dark Universe failed to do in the movies. Like that was a franchise that got canceled after the first movie with The Mummy starring Tom Cruise. And they were not able to launch their shared universe of classic monsters, which I really wish that they had at least given it one more movie to try to get it back on track. Didn't work. But the Horror Nights art and design team said, "We've got it. Don't worry about it. We'll do what you couldn't. We're going to make a shared universe of monster houses year after year. We're going to make these characters beloved. We're going to get people hyped for the new land at Epic Universe. Rumor has it.
Yeah.
And we're going to present these in ways that you've never seen before and put you face to face with these classic monsters, these like legends of pop culture and not even just pop culture, just like they're so like everyone, you might not even know that they're from movies. You know what I mean? Like they're just everywhere. Right. They're just like little kids know them the way they know Mickey Mouse and Ronald McDonald, like they just exist in everyone's mind. And the
monsters were such a start for the Universal Picture Company to begin with. Like between the Westerns and the monster movies, like that's how they got their start. And I just think it's so ingrained in not just in horror history, but Universal's history.
In film history, in Universal's history, and Horror Nights history. It's like they're there along every step of everything.
Yeah.
Based on the amount of time everybody's talked about the monsters, I kind of have a feeling I know where this match is going.
Well, okay, let's also, stepping back away from the context and the history of it, but also just looking at the houses, the Monsters house was just a lot of fun.
It was.
Like it had its great scares, but also it was just like the way that Icons was with the Icons, this was that with the Universal Monsters. It's like, these guys, here's the Phantom, here's the Hunchback, here's the creature from the Black Lagoon. Like you get to visit each of their little areas and like have a good time with them, you know?
Yeah, it was cool.
It gave you just enough of each monster that you weren't like overwhelmed with too much of one or too much of the other. Like each monster rightfully got their own little bit, even from the Hunchback. Like the Hunchback had multiple scares in that one room, and the creature from the Black Lagoon had multiple scares in his one room.
The Frankenstein room was so good.
So good. Yes. Everything about it was, I think that's the house I did the most that year. It's classic, no pun intended. Like that is the way that you do, which is what they did with Icons, but that's the way you do a greatest hits. And that's the way that you introduce a lot of different characters that you're going to have moving forward while using like the space that you're given.
Yeah.
It was perfect all around.
Haunting of Hill House, on the other hand, you know, really did a good job capturing the atmosphere of that show. Recreating the repetition of the Bent Lake Lady moments. We got the tall man in the bowler hat. That was really creepy.
That was.
What else did we get?
There were scenes that I wish that they had put in. As a lover of the show, there were a few scenes that I wished they had given more time to, and some that I could have done without. And with it being a COVID year as well, I think that if they had built the house, if they had built the house with COVID precautions in mind, like I could have done without like the wife of I can't remember any of their names at the moment. None of their character names.
I can't either.
The wife of the author and like the creepy alien baby. I could have done without that scene.
Yeah,
but
that was weird.
I wish that they had put in the scene where Nell and Mom are on the gurneys, like in the not the crematorium room, but the funeral home room, and they like pop up as she walks by. Like they could have done that as opposed to this other one. I don't know, but I think as much as I love the show and as much as I did and really really enjoy their adaptation of The Haunting of Hill House, and like I loved the facade, all of that, I do think that in this matchup, my love goes towards the monsters and not Hill House.
Yeah. The Haunting of Hill House.
Good scares, though. I mean,
it was
we
so
jumped
scary.
A lot.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. This house, I think, was the only time in my, since 2005 that I've been going to HHN. I think The Haunting of Hill House was the only house where I've ever felt like I actually would like to not be in this house anymore. Like I'm scared enough. I would like for this to be over. Like, thank you. I'm done with this one. Cause it was so scary to me. I can't even remember what it was.
You and I were clinging to each other, and
I wasn't that scared in it.
No, you were fine.
What the heck?
It's the only house
for
I
some
ever
reason
felt, this is too scary. And I'd like to leave.
I mean, do you remember the room though? Because walking through this house on that first night has been seared into my memory. And I can't remember much about the house itself, but I can remember the moments that Kenneth and I were so scared. The first one being when we stepped into the facade and the one character popped out from the bushes with the flashlight. And you and I just were not expecting it.
Yeah.
Were you guys in front of me or behind me?
I think we were in front of you.
I don't remember.
So you must have gotten all the scares.
I think we did, because we also stepped in. There was another dark tunnel where Nell drops on the rope three different times. Yeah. And it's the completely dark room, or like L-shaped room, and she drops she was on a screen, and she dropped on our left side, and then she dropped on our right side, and then she was above us. Yes. You and I screamed like more than I ever have in any house ever.
Yeah.
Going through this house.
There was another part. I think going into the basement When like
Oh, the guy on the floor.
yeah,
The skeleton guy on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
That was messed up.
Not expecting a scare to come at my ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
No,
was a
that
good
house
scare.
was really cool.
It was. I just remember us coming out of it, and you guys were both like, "Oh my god, that was so scary!" And I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Is this like an alternate universe? I don't understand."
Yeah. This is the only house that I've been through while like with someone else that I have ever seen anyone in a house like drop to the floor. I was going through the house with a group of people and we turned the corner and it was the scare where it was like the pile of stuff and there was like the face in the pile
what
of
the heck?
stuff
What
that
even was that?
popped out on a stick and it made the person that was clinging to me, because I'd been through it before and they hadn't, literally fall to the ground. Like I had to pick this person up and continue going like she was a football. Like it was a terrifying house.
Yeah.
They did really good on that aspect. They made it absolutely terrifying.
Mm-hmm. That being said, Universal Monsters gets my vote.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Universal Monsters too.
In my heart of hearts, Universal Monsters is the start of something that HHN is going to continue with forever.
The start of something new.
Exactly. But Haunting of Hill House will always be one of the most terrifying houses I've ever been through.
Yeah. And we love it for that. But you lose.
Good job. Yeah,
sorry. Go home, Haunting of Hill House.
Until they come in with Bly Manor, they need to.
All right, and now the last pair up of round one. Remember, we have to do. Oh God. Yeah, we have a ways to go. So we're
going to be here all night, guys.
We've already talked a lot about all of them, though. So maybe there will be less discussion in the future rounds. I don't know if it'll be easier, but there might be less to talk about.
True.
All right, final pairing. Here we go. This is two bangers.
Oh, no.
Slaughter Cinema versus Scarecrow the Reaping.
Oh, no.
This is pure terror versus fun. Just like last time, kind of. But this is...
Scarecrow the Reaping is our only house from HHN 27.
Yeah, it might be. I think it is.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. They were both terrifying for me. Those were both during my I'm a scaredy cat baby stages.
I see.
That's fair.
They were both terrifying for me.
This is a hard one because I only went through Scarecrow the Reaping one time because I was only there one night that year.
I think I also only did it once.
Yeah, but I know for a fact that this house was for me not as terrifying as the Haunting of Hill House, but I also don't have the best memory, but I have seen videos of it since and I know that this is like besides Wicked Growth, I think that this is everyone's like top house when they talk about HHN in general. They're always like, oh my God, Scarecrow the Reaping was the best house ever.
Yeah, it's one of those legendary houses that you just hear about for the rest of time.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm now like trying to think of the other houses from 27. The Shining was there. I do remember that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list now if you want me to read it.
It was The Shining, Saw.
Mm-hmm.
There was some like gothic Angels versus Demons house, but they couldn't call it that.
The Fallen.
That was my favorite house.
The Fallen?
Mm-hmm.
That was a good one. Ooh, now what are some of the other ones from that year?
American Horror Story, Volume 2, I believe. That was
a good one.
Yeah.
Lightning Gulch?
Ash versus Evil Dead. No, Lightning Gulch was the year before.
Okay.
Ash versus Evil Dead. That was a good one.
The Horrors of Blumhouse, I believe that's Volume 1 that had Sinister, The Purge, and the third or
Happy Death Day.
No, Insidious Chapter 4, The Last Key or whatever.
Yes, because I watched all those movies before I went, and then it had The Hive.
Yes, Hive, Dead Waters.
Dead Waters.
Dead Waters.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, Dead Waters was cool, but
that was so good.
Know, I had to be selective about which ones got included.
And The Shining. I did love The Shining.
Yeah, The Shining was
That's
cool.
also one of my favorite movies.
All right, so Slaughter Cinema
versus Scarecrow.
Slaughter Cinema was scary to me, but I could see where it would have been fun as well. Like if I could go through it now, it would be fun. So I get that.
You would have been cracking up. Like it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, I wish I could go through so many of those first years that I went. I wish I could do them again. But like, I really remember it was a multi-sensory experience. A lot of houses sometimes are, but this one I really remember like the smell of popcorn when we first go in, which was super cool. I loved how the transitions were between the rooms where it really felt like I was going, like experiencing different movie posters, basically. Like it was a really cool concept.
Kind of like case files, because there was the cover of each book as you entered in case files.
Yeah, but I still had no idea of like what any of the history was behind that stuff. But it was fun. I remember the room with all of the babies.
Yeah, the Cult of the Beast Baby.
Oh, Cult of the Beast Baby.
Yeah, that really creeped me out. And then
love that one.
But Scarecrow really freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I mean, like big time, like on the ground, wanted to just run and get the hell out of that house as fast as I could.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And that's one that I really, really wish I could go through again, because I want to know, is it as scary as I thought it was?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I just remember this, like everything was giant.
Yeah.
Like huge. I was like, holy shit.
So that was a year that I was still working HHN. And so I had friends basically all over the place. And one of my friends was in that house, and he was the shortest person in the cast, and he is 5'10".
Yeah.
And he was like the shortest by a lot, because he was the scare that was down from the top of you. And so like they couldn't put a huge dude up there. So they had to put like, a more average sized person. Everyone else was like 6 feet or taller in that house.
They were so scary. And it felt very claustrophobic to me.
Yeah, it was. It was very in your face, claustrophobic, being just like barreled down by huge scarecrow dudes.
Yeah.
Very close quarters. Yeah.
Like if I have to go back to my memories, I would feel like I'm running through lost in a cornfield, and there's these like giant scarecrows popping out at me everywhere. Like in my mind and the little bits that I opened my eyes, that's what it felt like to me. Scary as hell.
Yeah.
It was like scarecrow people. There were crow people. There were...
and they had all the same masks that were in the Scarecrow Scare Zone this past year. So it was like pig heads and like, animal heads.
The corn guy.
Yeah.
Which interesting. I didn't really like that Scare Zone.
I wish it had a different space.
Yeah. It was
too tight.
Yeah. And I get why they did that, because the house was really tight, but I don't know. It something about it didn't connect to me. It was cool. I liked it, but like, it wasn't one of my favorites. The house was intense. I think is like the number one word that I think of when I think of that house is it was intense and like just kind of nonstop attack of scares.
Yeah. I wouldn't go back through that one again on that night. Like I was like, nope, that one and done.
It was intense, but it was also intense.
Oh my God.
It was a tent house.
You've been laughing at your joke in your head.
I just wanted to say it.
You've been holding that one out.
You're right. It was in a tent, and it was intense.
Maddy, I think it's past your bedtime.
It is so past my bedtime, but it's okay.
So when we were talking about Poltergeist earlier, and I said that every year usually there's a split between what's my favorite and what's the best.
Yeah.
Poltergeist was the best, but Slaughter Cinema was my favorite. That house, I think I walked that house more than I've walked through any other house ever. And I will try to...
You do talk about that house a lot.
That house to me was like, and I said it then, and it's still true. It was like they took all of my favorite like things and like types of aesthetics. So like it was a comedy house. It was based on like a drive-in movie full of B horror movies that don't really exist. Mm-hmm. So it was like just the Horror Nights team getting to just flex their creativity and be like, all right, well, let's think of all the like dumbest movies we can think of that we would like to see from like the 80s and 90s. And like, we'll just make one scene from each of these stupid movies. And it was perfect. It was perfect for me. Like I just loved every room, every step of that house. I was just laughing and just just in awe of like, this, how did they know? How did they know that I would love this so much? Like,
they made it just for you, Kenneth.
Yeah, but
like.
Another thing is like each room and like the story behind that movie, even though we were only getting one room of it, I felt like I had seen the movie.
Right,
like I feel as though, and they have done it, they did basically they did the Swamp Yeti house, and we have the potential of the Devil Dogs house this year. But like, I could see a full house for Shitty's Kids, and I could see a full house for Sorority Sacrifice and the Amazon ladies from Planet Hell, and
Midnight
each
Snack
one of
too.
those. Oh my gosh, the Midnight Snack too. I did love that room.
Yeah.
So each movie, yes, we were only getting a scene from that movie, but it felt as though I could have seen so much more.
Yeah.
And that is just one of the coolest things about HHN Creative, and like how they do little things like this.
Yeah.
I will always love Slaughter Cinema.
Yeah.
It's one of the best.
It gets my vote.
It also gets my vote.
Oh, well, I would have said Scarecrow.
Oh,
well, Slaughter Cinema.
Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, that was a really tough match.
All of these have been pretty tough.
Yeah. All right, but we are done with round one. So join us next week. No, okay, here we go. All right, so this is all of the ones that have advanced to round two. So here we go. These are all winners. Facing off against each other, and it's going to only get harder and harder as we go. Ready?
And we're already at an hour, so we need to try to
keep it concise. All right, here we go. Ready? We've got Graveyard Games versus Dead Man's Pier.
Dead Man's Pier.
Dead Man's Pier.
I say Graveyard Games, but Dead Man's Pier won. Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Sorry, Graveyard Games. I love you.
It's going to be hard to beat Dead Man's Pier. I'm just going to say that right now.
Graveyard Games might be my favorite house ever.
That's fair.
So that one to me was an easy choice, but the two of you won, and I accept. Okay. All right, here we go. HHN Icons Captured versus Stranger Things.
Ooh.
That's tricky. That's tough.
Dang.
They're both historic on each of their respective categories of IP versus original.
Oh my God.
I'm going to throw a curveball and say Icons.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This is really tough. I have to just go with my gut.
Okay, go
with
your
my
gut.
heart. I don't know what it says yet.
Oh no.
Icons, I mean, I love Stranger Things so much. But Icons, man, that just holds a really special place in my HHN heart.
For like so many reasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it hard for you, Maddie. I'm gonna vote for Stranger Things.
God damn it. Oh my God.
Because yes, Icons was amazing and a love letter to HHN's own history. But Stranger Things really, like, as far as an IP house goes, they raised the bar. If it was this next season that they did, I would have had a harder time because I liked that season more. You like seasons 2 and 3 better, the house?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh no, I liked this first house better.
I loved the Mind Flayer so much.
He was cool. I just hated the amount of season 2 that they had in there.
Yeah, I didn't. Favorite. Yeah, I didn't like that second house they did.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh my God, I'm looking up because my desk is in the corner of my room, and I'm looking up, and right above me is my collection of Stranger Things Funko Pops. So I think I'm gonna have to go Stranger Things.
Woo!
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
I don't even know if you can call it an upset because those are two juggernauts facing off against each other. But wow,
yeah,
Stranger Things takes it.
Okay.
Dang.
Things are getting spicy
exciting
now. Yeah, this
so
is
spicy.
This is why people love college sports. All right.
They can't do anything though about like who wins or who loses. They're just making a bracket and like hoping someone wins.
Yeah.
We're actually making the physical decision to cut people out.
Well,
these houses have no say.
Yeah, that's true. They had their chance when they were there. Yeah. That was their time to shine.
Their chance to impress us.
Yeah. HHN, I dare you to bring all of these houses back.
Yeah, and make them fight each other.
Yeah.
All right. The Wicked Growth versus Poltergeist.
Wicked Growth.
Wicked Growth.
Oh, boy. Well, it already won. I guess it doesn't matter what I say.
No.
What would you say? You got to say.
You would have said Poltergeist.
I might have.
Yeah.
I don't know. That I have no idea.
Wicked Growth.
Wicked Growth is for the sake of Lil Boo, you're right. It has to be Wicked Growth.
Okay.
It's one of my top originals.
And Poltergeist.
Wicked Growth, Puppet Theater, and Graveyard Games.
Poltergeist is we have 2 of the same 3, I think.
Yeah.
Graveyard Games, Slaughter Cinema.
True.
I don't know. All right. Anyway, here we go. This last pairing is, I think, going to be the hardest one for me.
Oh, no.
Universal Monsters versus Slaughter Cinema.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, my God. This is the hardest thing we've ever done. Getting a college degree was a piece of cake next to this.
Yeah. I have to go with my heart. And when I saw my heart constructed in a tent and presented to me and allowed me to walk through it, I have to go with Slaughter Cinema.
Yeah. Michelle, you're going to make me choose, aren't you?
I am, because I'm going with Monsters.
Okay.
I got to go through Monsters on a Behind the Screams tour. It was very cool. And then also seeing it several times at night, also very cool. Sorry, but Slaughter Cinema, I mean, I had my eyes closed.
Yeah.
The worst thing I've ever had to do. Oh my God.
Oh.
Whose idea was this again?
It was Maddy's idea.
My idea. I'm eating my words.
Yep.
Oh my God.
April Absurdity strikes again.
Yeah. May Mayhem is going to be awful. There are some really good scare zones.
Yeah.
Okay. I think, oh my God. I think I'm going to have to go with Monsters. I know. I'm sorry. But if you think about it on this next one, it's going to be Wicked Growth versus Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of my favorites, my favorite children, Graveyard Games and Slaughter Cinema, eliminated.
Oh no!
But at least they made it past round 1. I'm proud of them for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Proud pop.
Yeah. All right. We're here in the final 4.
All right.
Final 4. There's a music festival happening just outside the arena. Dave Matthews Band is playing right now. I went to a big dance music festival in Atlanta the year that they had the Final 4 there. So Dave Matthews Band played. Muse. Hey. All right. Anyway. So pairing 1
Okay.
of the Final 4.
Okay.
Dead Man's Pier versus Stranger Things.
Dead Man's Pier.
I think so too.
Yeah. Dead Man's Pier.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, Robin. You're looking down at me with such a scornful face. I can feel it. I love you.
Okay. And now, Wicked Growth versus Universal Monsters.
Yeah.
That's really hard.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going with my gut, and that's Wicked Growth.
Yeah, my gut says that too, because I'm thinking of, Universal Monsters was more like a party, like a rock concert. And Wicked Growth was like
So good.
like a museum, like a curated experience that was like so carefully put together for you,
It was Halloween.
It was Halloween.
Yeah.
And these are both Halloween, because what's more Halloween than the monsters? But then Wicked Growth, that's what is.
Yep.
I vote Wicked Growth also.
Yes. Wicked Growth.
All right. Wow. So we are down to the finals, the championship round.
Oh, God.
This is going to be hard.
Dead Man's Pier versus Wicked Growth.
It potentially could have been Slaughter Cinema versus Dead Man's Pier, and that's hard too.
Yeah, I think Slaughter Cinema. The only place where Slaughter Cinema I would have been torn on what to do is if it was against Graveyard Games, which that's also fair. Was a potential for a final pairing. If Graveyard Games was versus Slaughter Cinema, I would have quit the show.
Oh no!
I would have said
forfeit.
I can't do this. I can't decide. And then King Solomon would have to come and cut one of them in half, and then see which one I.
Oh my god!
I don't remember. Right. That's not how that story went. Anyway.
Oh my god. This is hard.
This is really hard.
Difficult.
So what I'm trying to do in my head is not give Dead Man's Pier the automatic leg up because it's fresher in my mind.
Right. You don't want to give it the recency bias. We have to try to look at each of them as if they're right next to each other.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair though, we did have an offshoot of Wicked Growth last year at the entrance. So the Pumpkin Lord is also...
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, he is fresh in our mind as well. And I mean, both of these are within the past 2 years. So
yeah, very recent houses.
Whereas some of the others were further back.
And they kind of, Dead Man's Pier was impressive in how big it was, and Wicked Growth was impressive in how small it was and how effectively it crammed so much beautiful stuff into a tiny space.
Yeah. It was small, but it was also, like you said,
very effective.
Small in size, big in heart.
Yeah. Because I never felt like I was walking through a tent. Like you could never see the actual structure of the tent. Whereas with Dead Man's Pier, they did an amazing job of making everything so big, like all the boats and the full town scene and the full, underground portion. But like if you looked even the littlest bit up, there was no ceiling. It was just the top of the sound stage. Whereas Wicked Growth, I mean, they built everything up so that you could never really see the tent.
I'm going to say this. I think Dead Man's Pier was a jaw dropper, was, the most impressive thing that we had ever seen in a haunted house. And then once that kind of wore off on you, once you were like, you know what it is and you're used to what it looks like and you get through there. When you actually got down to the scares, they weren't really there.
No.
Wicked Growth is a house that got better every time you did it.
Yeah. And it is the essence of Halloween.
Yeah.
It is the reason why we have Halloween Horror Nights to this day.
But see, I didn't think Wicked Growth was scary either. I just thought it was cool. It was just like you said, the essence of Halloween. It was cool. It was beautiful.
I don't know that I thought it was scary either, but I didn't think either of these houses were particularly scary. But once you got past the oh my God, how did they do this aspect of Dead Man's Pier, I felt that the scares were all very basic. There wasn't that much so you had the spirit of the violinist up on the boat. That was amazing, incredible.
So cool.
You had
the black light guys in the dive suits.
Yeah,
they were cool. And cool. The guy in the harness was also pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were cool. But to me, Wicked Growth is one that I appreciated it. I appreciated it more as the event went on. It was actually one that the first time I did it, I was pretty underwhelmed. And by the end of the run, it was like the only choice for where am I going to end HHN this year? And to me, I think it's going to Wicked Growth for my vote. But it's tough. It is a tough one because these are two of the best originals, definitely in recent memory and arguably of my whole lifetime going to Horror Nights.
I think I'm going to say Dead Man's Pier. And that is because if I put myself in the situation right now where I have the opportunity to go through Dead Man's Pier or Wicked Growth and only one of them,
that's a really good way to think of it.
I would choose Dead Man's Pier.
See, I would pick Wicked Growth. So I think we both voted. And by that metric, I would still keep my same vote.
I think
Dead Man's Pier was just so beautiful. I love the story behind it. The story really made sense and it worked. It wasn't confusing or convoluted. It was like a beautiful story, but at the same time haunting and creepy. And I loved how they used ramps. Like we were going up, we were going down. There were things flying at us. There was black light and like neon stuff. There were boats everywhere, water everywhere. It was just so cool.
Let me just say this. I'm the pretty one. Case closed. That's
that was creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I think I deserve financial compensation for being the tiebreaker on multiple of the hardest ones.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Listen, Maddy, I'm just going to need you to be a more decisive person, okay?
I am the least decisive person you've ever met.
Okay, there we go.
I am a people pleaser and I don't like to make people upset. So.
I mean, no one's going to be upset.
No, I'm going to be upset. Because I feel like I'm hurting someone's feelings.
Okay.
Taking this very personally. Oh my God. Okay. I'm like thinking of all the houses that weren't on this list that I like forgot about. Like Depths of Fear and the Nightingales.
Yeah.
Okay. Wicked Growth or Dead Man's Pier. Wicked Growth or Dead Man's Pier. I think
you got two. They're both right in front of you, Maddy. Which one are you going in?
I know. I think
Dead Man's Pier.
No. I think I would go through Wicked Growth because it gave me all the warm, fuzzy feelings inside. It is Halloween, and Halloween is my all-time favorite holiday. And now I have a long-standing history with boats and everything nautical because of how I grew up. But there's just something, and I loved the grand scale of Depths of Fear. It will never go unnoticed. And this is one of the hardest decisions. This was even harder than like Puppet Theater and Graveyard Games.
Ooh.
And I loved Puppet Theater. But there's just something about Wicked Growth that like still to this day, I'm like, man, like that was such a cool house and I would do it again.
Yeah. I wish I could live in that house.
Yeah. And it was one that I didn't get to do very frequently that year just because of the line. But it's one that I remember with such fondness, and like the Pumpkin Lord is just so cool. Like that is such a cool character that they created for shits and giggles. And you have Little Boo, and you have all those scares we talked about in the beginning when we were deciding about this house. Like, I really think that Wicked Growth is just such a unique house. So that is my choice.
Okay.
Wow.
Just to throw in a little outside perspective.
Uh-oh.
I've invited my daughters to come in here. And I'm gonna totally throw them under the bus.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And make them decide on the spot. Okay, come here. Audrey's first.
Did they do both?
Yes, she's walked in first. She has no idea what she's walking into. Did you get texted too? Okay. Okay, guys. You can't hear them talking. I'm on Rush of Fear with Maddy and Kenneth. Okay. They can hear you. So the episode we're doing right now is March Madness, basically, or April Absurdity. We've taken a bunch of Halloween Horror Nights houses and battled them against each other. And we've come up with a conclusion of which one wins. We're getting your perspective now. of if you could choose one of these two houses, which one would you go through? Okay, Audrey, if you could only go through one house, which would be Wicked Growth. Remember the pumpkin one with the beautiful entryway with all the pumpkins and the pumpkin lord? Okay, either Wicked Growth or Dead Man's Pier from last year, the one with the beautiful boats and the ghostly violinist. Oh, Audrey says Wicked Growth. So she didn't have to think about it.
All right.
I just like the pumpkin.
Hold on, come here, Audrey. What did you say?
I just like the pumpkin one more. I like the boat and everything, but no, my voice. Well, but yeah, the boat was cool, but there was just too much to look at, so I couldn't really focus on anything that was going on. So it was too much for me, but I really liked the pumpkin one.
Okay, so ADD for the win. Wicked Growth. All right, Krista, do you remember the two? Okay, here, Krista. Which one would you go through?
Well, I don't really remember like Wicked Grove because I was too scared. Then I was closing my eyes the whole time. Hey, stop tickling me with your feet. I forgot. And like Audrey said, what's it called, Old Man's Pier thing. There's so much to look at, and you're excited like, oh my god,
Old
look at that!
Man's
Isn't that
Pier.
so cool? But I was like, just shut up, let me go through it. And I just couldn't. I didn't understand all of it because it was too much story, and you're explaining it the whole time. And I was trying to not concentrate, get it in my head to be like, what does this mean?
Okay, so which one would you pick?
Weekend.
That's perfect.
Right. There you have it. The Weekend wins April Absurdity.
That was great.
The Weekend.
Wow. Well, we did it. Wicked Growth wins the championship. The trophy will be in the mail tomorrow morning.
Good job, Wicked Growth.
Yeah, she did it. Lil Boo, you're a winner.
Little Boo.
We already knew that.
Oh, boo.
Anyway,
That was fun.
should
That was fun.
we do May Mayhem, or should we do it the streets next year and do it in April again, and that way we have something to look forward to?
Oh, that could be fun.
I don't know.
We shall see.
We'll see if we have something timely to talk about in May. Maybe the decision will be made for us. But
Let's hope we've got some announcements by then, guys.
yes,
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that will do it for this episode. Congratulations to the Wicked Growth Realm of the Pumpkin on winning April Absurdity. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you soon in the fog. But until next time, for more content, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/rushoffear and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at rushoffearpod.
And for more general Universal Orlando Resort news, check out our friends and UUOP network hosts over at the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast, wherever podcasts can be found. And for all your travel needs, especially HHN, reach out to moi, your sponsor, Port Key Vacations, and my team of agents. We would love to help you out and get you booked and set up for your HHN trip or wherever else you want to go in the world. Just visit our website at portkeyvacations.com.
Yeah. And be sure to check out Kenneth's band Pangolin everywhere you listen to music online, and follow them on social media at PangolinFL. And for more UUOP, you can follow us on TikTok at UUOPod, POD, UUOPod, where you'll find me creating weird and wacky videos every so often.
Well, thank you for listening, everyone. The podcast has come to an end. Congratulations to Wicked Growth. Now, get out.
Nice.
Bye-bye.